Headquarters. We're here tonight for a special ceremony to honor an inspirational young man. My name is Kevin Catalano. I'm the Monroe Fire Department spokesman and host of our ceremony tonight. Before we begin, I ask that we face the flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please bow your heads in a brief moment of silence in recognition of the 74 U.S. firefighters who have made the ultimate sacrifice and died in the line of duty in 2016 to date. In fact, the last two just occurred within the past 2 days, a reminder of the dangers we could face any day. Thank you. I'd like to welcome a number of our guests tonight, some of whom will join me at the podium to share a few words. First, let's welcome with a round of applause the man of the evening, Anthony Katz, accompanied by his parents Doug and Tina, siblings and his family. For this next group, you can hold your applause till the end until I name them all. It's a fairly long list, and I'm not sure everybody will garner an applause. So, with us tonight, we have Monroe Fire Chief George Lisansi. We have President of our Executive Board, Chris Kreis. We have Monroe Fire Marshal and past Chief Bill Davin. Where is he? In the back. We have Stevenson Fire Chief John Howe. We have Monroe First Selectman Steve Vavrick. State Representative J.P. Sherdensky was unable to attend tonight due to it being election night, but he sends his wishes and he left something very special that Mr. Vavrick will present on his behalf. And the one election I could predict with 100% certainty is that J.P. will win because nobody ran against him. We also have on hand Principal of Massac High School, where Anthony attends, Joe Kobza. And we have on hand representatives from Monroe EMS, including Bob Hyde, in the bright yellow back there. Lastly, we welcome invited members of the media. We thank you for your interest in our department. And we have many of our members on hand with us tonight, the Monroe Volunteer Fire Department, 100% volunteer organization, and including members of our Women's Auxiliary here tonight. So why are we all here? Monroe firefighters have known Anthony Katz since he was born. And in fact, we've attended his massive birthday parties every single year. And we brought a couple fire trucks and made a little bit of noise over the years as well. In fact, I believe one of our members who's here tonight, Bob Klein, has actually been to every single one of Anthony's 15 birthday parties. Yeah. He loves the cake. He's had 15 years worth of cake. Yeah, but the real reason is he loves Anthony just like we do, and he is definitely inspired by what he does and the fact that Anthony has continued to conquer his challenges each year and continue to grow and prosper, and that's why we like to attend every year. Anthony, as most of us know, has overcome great odds associated with his medical issues, and he's tremendously exceeded any expectations that the medical community ever had for him. He and his family have taken a challenging situation and made the best of it. This is pretty amazing. Anthony plays sports. He participates in the 5K races. I can't even do that. I watch the rest of my family run. He partakes in the Memorial Day parade. He's in the school play, and I understand he was even the Massac homecoming king. And we know none of this comes easy. So simple tasks could be a challenge. And Anthony has certainly had setbacks over time. And in fact, he has an important surgery coming up. And we know he's going to be just fine with that, as he has always been. But what hits close to home for us is that Anthony has always loved firefighters. He's always loved fire trucks. He's always loved the fire service. And in fact, he has what we know by far is the coolest wheelchair accessory of all time. He has a replica of one of our own fire engines that sits over his wheelchair that we have seen in the Memorial Day Parade. In fact, he and his family came up, his father and his brothers built that for him, and that made its way into a color photo in the Connecticut Post years ago. He came up on a drill night, and we just thought that was great. Throughout the years, Anthony's been an inspiration to us here at the Monroe Volunteer Fire Department. He's a fighter. He's tackled challenges that many in his condition would not even attempt. And his family and friends work as a team to support him. We've got the whole group tonight. It's great to see. And the town has rallied around him. In fact, in just a matter of 3 or 4 weeks, the town pulled together about $60,000 of donations to help pay for a new handicap-accessible van for Anthony, which is just awesome. Given Anthony's interest in our fire department, his dedication and his inspiration to the community, and the fact that so many of the attributes that he demonstrates aligns with the qualities that we look for in an outstanding firefighter here, we're here tonight to bestow onto Anthony a very special honor and a place in the Monroe Volunteer Fire Department. In fact, tonight Anthony will receive a title that no one else has ever received in our 93-year history of this department. With that, I'll turn this over to President Chris Kreis to make the first presentation to Anthony. I'll ask our safety officer, Kim Katz, to come up to assist with that presentation.
Thank you, Kevin. So on behalf of the Monroe Volunteer Fire Department, last month our members nominated Anthony to be an honorary junior firefighter in the Monroe Volunteer Fire Department. Our membership approved that honorary membership just last month. So this evening, I'm proud to present Anthony due to his commitment, his courage, and his dedication, a bestowment of honorary member to Anthony. Kim here will help us pin an honorary member badge on Anthony. Congratulations.
We'll hold all this stuff up here and give it at the end.
Okay. So along with that badge and that certificate, I mentioned earlier that every year Anthony and his family march before the fire department. We're always the last two in line for some reason. They always put us at the end. From now on, Anthony will march with the fire department. He's now a member of the fire department. Next, Chief George Latanzi, assisted by our financial officer, Bob Klein, will present some very special items that Anthony needs as an honorary junior firefighter.
First thing for all firefighters, they need to protect their head, and what we recognize them by are, of course, a helmet with a shield. So here we have a fire helmet. Next, in addition, also to protect him, he needs a fire jacket, correct? So we have his own jacket with his name on it. And that's why he's busy answering the calls of emergency. But while in his downtime, he needs apparel to wear. So we also got him a Monroe Fire shirt.
For the cooler weather.
Has his name on it. And then, of course, for the cooler weather, we have a hat for him and several T-shirts. Just real quick, a few words, if I may. I attended one of the earlier parties, and we knew that as the Jello Jiggler party. There was Jello Jigglers, so we love that. And you knew that it was going to be a great time, and it was. We tend to try to make birthday parties throughout the town if we can. It's definitely good to work with the families. I do want to just say a special thank you to Kevin Catalano, Chris Kreis, and Bob Klein for really putting this together. They deserve a round of applause, if you may. And also Kim Cassie, I want to thank her. She actually brought this up on the meeting room floor as an important thing to pass on. So if we could give her a quick round of applause, I'd appreciate it. And lastly, it's just two families becoming one. All right? Thank you.
Been here for 25 years. Anthony has a better shield and helmet than I do. Now I would like to invite up John Howe, who is chief of the Stevenson Fire Department, who we work with very closely, the neighboring department to the north. Chief?
Well, we can't do as well as the gear and the helmet and everything, but on behalf of all the Stevenson Fire membership, we have a few things for you. That baseball hat won't keep your head warm, so you really need a Stevenson baseball hat. And then we have a few Stevenson Fire shirts for you.
Nice.
T-shirts and stuff. So, congratulations.
Next, First Selectman Steve Vavrick, if you'd come up. If you think it's been good, it's going to get even better.
Sir?
You want me to do JP's too?
Yes, yeah, why don't you do that one first?
As Mr. Latanzi said, I kind of disagree with him a little bit, though. It's not two families becoming one, it's a town becoming one. I get a little sentimental on these things because I've known these guys for a long time, and I've watched you grow up, and it's an amazing town that we live in, that we can do things like this. To the caretakers, to the friends, you guys are amazing. I watch what you guys do on Facebook. I'm not on there all the time, but I do watch what you guys do, and I bless you for that. To become a fireman, I mean, I don't have a helmet, I got a sweatshirt, I don't have a t-shirt or anything like that. But you guys have been a tremendous family, and to add this young man who has, I've watched him run track. I've watched him in theater programs, I've watched him grow up. And, you know, when this town has problems, you think of him. You think of him. There's no struggles we have. It's what he does every day. It's what these guys have to fight for every day. So Anthony, I'm not going to read the whole proclamation, but it's Anthony Katz Day in Monroe today. Now I'll be a state rep. I'm done with the sentimental stuff. I love these guys. But I can actually maybe read this without breaking up. But, okay. On this day...
Read that part. It's in Old English, so it's not an
Oh, gee whiz golly.
Maybe you grew up with that, I don't know.
No. I get the old part, but I'll speak my own English. Thank you very much. In recognition of receiving the title of Honorary Junior Firefighter from Monroe Volunteer Fire Department, your enthusiasm for the fire department and your love for the town of Monroe is second to none, and an inspiration to all of us. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and thank you for being a valuable member of the Monroe community. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success given this 8th day of November 2016 at the state capitol of Hartford, signed by Martin Looney, the President Pro Tem, Brendan Sharkey, the Speaker of the House, and Denise Merrill, Secretary of the State. This was introduced by our Representative J.P. Straczynski, Kevin Kelly, and Senator Marilyn Moore. So thank you very much on behalf of the state of Connecticut. That's for you too.
Next, I'd like to invite Principal Joe Kopsa up from Massac High School.
It's my turn for the roast now, I guess. I appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak tonight, and the word that keeps coming up is the word inspirational. And it was funny, this was a big secret tonight, but I did email some of Anthony's teachers. I ran into one of his teachers, Ms. Shavs, his chorus teacher, and she actually emailed me back today, and she had some thoughts that she wanted to share with everybody. But she said, Anthony is an inspiration to all of us in the concert choir. He loves to sing and perform in the choir and the musicals. He's so dedicated and determined to succeed in whatever he puts his mind to. We will miss him during his recovery and look forward to his return. Choir will not be the same without the Ant-Man. It's so true. And that inspiration that we talk about, I know it comes from, as Steve just said, it comes from a love that runs so deep in a family that I can only admire. It's absolutely amazing. I've been at Massac for 18 years, and I've never seen a young man be able to rally a whole school in just 2 years, and that's what Anthony does. 2 years, unanimous homecoming king. The only people I feel sorry for are the other boys in his class for the next 2 years. They don't have a chance. I couldn't think of a more fitting night on a night when we have a huge choice to make as a nation, and no matter what that choice is going to be, I think 50% of the people in the country are going to be upset. But there was one unanimous decision tonight, and that's that Anthony Katz become an honorary firefighter.
Okay, lastly, I'd like to invite Bob Hyde from Monroe EMS up. Bob?
Anthony, on behalf of the Monroe Emergency Medical Service, we congratulate you for your great honor tonight. Tonight you become part of a great family, nothing great brothers and sisters, and they all love you, we all love you. And I just want a couple of things. I know you got a lot of fire clothes to wear, but when you want to get dirty, you can use this one, okay? Put all your goodies in, and have a pin from Monroe Emergency Medical Service. Maybe I'll have Mom pin it on for you later, okay? Because tonight this is fire. Okay? I just want you to know that, okay, we all do work together, and we love you, and we're proud of you. You're a fighter, buddy. God bless you.
Okay. That marks the end of our ceremony. We do have one other thing planned. It's to thank everybody for coming tonight. It's great to have everybody here, the members and all the guests, and members of the Katz family, to celebrate in this great moment. We'd ask everybody to stay. We have some refreshments. We have a cake, which is of course a fire truck cake. And Bob, what was the bakery that took care of us?
Big Marsh's Bakery in its own.
Okay, so we thank them for that. And before everybody scatters, we definitely need to get some photos. So we got to get some photos with all the members, with Anthony, and then and so forth. And I guess where are we on that last piece, Chief? All right, we're working on one final thing here. From our friends from CMed Dispatch Center.
The Monroe Fire Department, along with the Monroe Fire Dispatch, would like to congratulate Anthony Katz on his honorary membership. This is Monroe Dispatch Clear, 1956. Again, congratulations.
Maybe we could bring our semicircles and the other guys in the back in for some photos.
So Aunt wanted to know if he was going down the pole tonight. We don't have a pole. You don't have a pole anymore?
Not yet.
Never did. Oh, you never did? Oh,
work on one.
Maybe the new firehouse.
All yours.
Can I borrow some shirts? I'm fine.
I was trying to hide behind the flag. Oh, yeah. Wrong way. Equity will teach you.
That's a real hat, so it's pretty heavy, huh?
Hopefully we got a photo of
It's his day.
I like the press guy in the hat, too. It's pretty neat.
Or something.
Get the other guys in there. Okay. Oh, on the right side here, you get everybody. Okay.
Get back into that guy right there. He won't feel a thing.
Back into the lieutenant. Just supposed to go down right here. Dead center.
Not around here.
Somebody else get in the middle now. Kind of stuck here now.
Yeah. Get around.
There you go.
How much will this hat spray anyway?
All right. Do you want? Go right in.
Majority of us are
Can we all do thumbs up?
Make it great again? Well, South Carolina's going to win, obviously.
All right.
Well, I think we will be. I think we will be, just from what I've seen alone.
Here for the band.
We're done?
That was me. That was
That's the one thing we didn't think of doing. Was bringing a nice bag.
And then she got so confused because it was the lady. She didn't know the record. Like 300. This is the update. She goes,
Maybe I could put some of the stuff in the bag.
on the radio. 17. I got it on the 7.
Some of the stuff in here.
And then she goes, and then just listen to that whole thing. And then she calls me. She said, "Can you call me?" I'm like, yeah.